Hey, how you doing? So I just wanted to come on here and do like a late night message for the week ahead. I've got a few random ass decks pulled out here, a little bit of light worker, a little bit of angel kind of thing, a little bit of love. So let's see what is coming for the week ahead for whoever's gonna see this. This is the Transcendent Journeys Oracle. I have 3 decks by her. This is Cheryl Youngbrock Rose, something like that. And I've noticed that there's like a redheaded female character in all of her decks, and they all kind of resemble her, which I think is cool. It says The Unexpected Mentor, number 27. The Unexpected Mentor. Oh, automatically, yeah, change your environment. Rainbow Serpent. This to me feels like not the happiest of situations. It kind of feels like shit, but choosing instead to see the lesson instead of the burden in something. Did you just come through that? Sorry. Did you just come through that, or are you fixing to go into it? Looking at a situation and saying, all right, well, that didn't necessarily work out how I wanted, but instead of moping around about it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it for future reference. Something like that. This is The Depths of the Sea by Mystic Moon Oracle. She is fantastic. This is her newest deck. So let's see what we got here for the week ahead. Alright. Dream Lover. Connection. With seaweed conditions. And yacht. Luxury. Bottom of the deck, we've got crocodile. Pay attention. Automatically get this whole idea of seeing a situation, or maybe even specifically a person, for what you want to see, and not seeing it for what it really is necessarily. Yeah, you're doing yourself an injustice here by like putting something up on a pedestal, so to speak, and only conceptualizing the lighter parts of it. Like, that's very dichotomized thinking, and the whole goal here is to just, it's not good or bad, it's not right or wrong, right? It's just for me or it isn't. And I don't know how you get away from that. Like, hold space and love for you, but you gotta go over there. Very much get this idea of very much idealizing a situation or something for what it has the potential to be, but it's not. Like, you're not seeing the whole thing here. So, yikes. Change your environment. The Unexpected Mentor. It just feels like somebody has hurt your feelings. Somebody's hurt your feelings, and there's a lesson to be learned here. Yeah, jump in and drop in Andromedan energy adventure. Say yes to change. This is very much the idea of embrace it. Like, yeah, that flopped, but who, whatever. And we got a bunch. I got no. No. Big red flags here. Just no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. That's kind of conflicting, right? Like, jump in and then no. Birthing a new wave just very much feels like changing directions to me. Like, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Maybe you've been chasing an old story, one that you know is not for you, and it's time to say no to the old-ish, be this rainbow snake critter here, and shed that old kind of timeline. And yeah, where are you being called to journey to? Like, this is much bigger than where you've been, I want to say. I feel like Spirit's tugging on you to wake up, to look at it, to put an eye on it, right? Like you might have salt water in your eyes. You been crying? Have you been crying? You idealize the situation that hurt, now you're upset. Rejection is protection, like I've just got to say that. Like there's always a solace in knowing that if the answer is no, then that's because it's not for you, and therefore there's really no reason to be upset because what's for you is not going to tell you no. So, Lizzo said, walk your fine ass out the door. Okay, problem solved. So what's coming in for this week? Let's look at it. You're coming into something much bigger and better. Like that's what's meant for you. You just gotta get rid of the crap that doesn't serve you. Shed the skin, right? This is like the idea, like rainbow, right? Like living on hopes and shit like family. Your family been in your ear telling you that you deserve better. Reunions. I kind of get the idea of, yeah, and then you've got luck on the bottom. I think there's going to be some there's a blessing here tied into shucking off whatever it is you've been doing and reconnecting with like your real family. Have you been neglecting them recently? Chasing something that you thought was all that in a bag of chips, and it turned out to be seaweed. Spirit's got something bigger meant for you in mind here, and the idea is if you get back to like your real heart, my Cancer, so I see family as like, it's really for you. However that resonates with you, it's going to get easier, right? Like the resistance will be lifted or eased, the obstacles will be removed. If you're constantly being met with resistance, something's wrong. So whatever that's worth to you, let's get a couple of angels with what we're working on this week. But you got to get back to brass tacks here. Get back to your roots. This is about getting in touch with people that really truly love you, that really truly want the best for you. That's where your big, bright, whatever it is coming from. That's your path. This is about reuniting with that path. Yeah. The Angel of Unity. So we've got reunion and unity here. And there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Literally, those are what the numbers break down to on the board here. And then we've got Angel of Release. Yeah. This is, and she's holding balloons here, so it's like this whole idea of choosing the joyful happiness of a child, right? Like there's a lot of wisdom in that. You can be so flippin' excited over like a bunch of balloons. You don't need a damn yacht to make you happy. Like, something there about what's really meant for you and what really brings you joy. And it's not necessarily a shitting thing to do with status. So let's get a message of love for the week. Dear God, make it good. This is the original Island Time Wellness Oracle cards. There's 3 different decks of these. This is the first one. Love message for the week. It's too much shit. The Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. So you've either been dealing with somebody who's wearing a mask, or that's you, and you're finally deciding to cut through it and just show like who you really are. And then there's wedding rings, union for the third time, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So when you stop trying to be somebody that you're not, or you stop dealing with people who are largely full of shit, you will find exactly what it is you're looking for. And I think all most of us are looking for here is our person, right? Our penguin, the one that God meant for us. So, yeah, this about getting back to basics. Really kind of a simple message. You're like, stop idealizing people and situations around you and see them for what they really are. It's not good or bad. It's just what they really are, like the whole picture. Stop picking and choosing, right? And when you take in that whole picture, then you can make that choice of choosing balloons over a yacht. I don't need all this. I don't need all this. You know what kind of upkeep comes with this? Can you imagine how much it costs to fill this thing up? I'm just saying. It don't take a whole lot to have this at all. And it's literally something that lifts you up, right? If you have enough of those balloons, like, it can lift you up, it can elevate your stance. But you got to take in the whole picture. Stop being selectively sightful or observant or whatever it is. Be clear. Take the whole picture and take off the masks off you, off whoever it is that you're around. Take in the whole picture, person, whatever. And there's like a call here to make a change. There's something in your environment right now that I think has caused you grief or distress, contention, conflict, something that you're supposed to learn from. Okay? You're supposed to learn from it, and I think the lesson here is to see it for what it really is and not how you want to see it. And to make a change. Stop doing that shit. Stop idealizing things, people, situations, whatever. Stop doing it. Because there's something here that you're meant to come back into alignment with. And I know we've got union here twice and reunion here once, but still, it's kind of the same idea. Like, there's something here that you're meant to come back into union with. Maybe from a last lifetime, if you get into that. I don't know. Something here that's meant for you, that's, I mean, like, really, really, really meant for you. It doesn't have to be a person, a relationship, anything like that. But what it is gotta be, what it does have to be, rather, is honest, true, real. And when you head towards that direction, the fates will smile on you and it'll just get easier all of a sudden. So let's see what kind of situation we have for the week. Or if we can get a situation, it might be on this message or something else entirely. Bad health. I feel like you're here. You've been here for a hot minute. Like, you've gotten used to being in this place. Are you self-victimizing? Or are you looking for somebody to come rescue you? Somebody you've idealized. Stop that shit. Stop it. Save your damn self, okay? We've got occupation, yeah, put in the work. This is about getting busy, and I really feel here, like, on your soul path, like, you fall into this kind of a thing when you deviate from what it is you're really supposed to be doing here. And this is like a call to get onto your path. Despair. 5. It's one of those things, if you don't make the choice, Spirit's going to make it for you, and when that happens, it is not going to feel good. You got the main female underneath that. This is either you or who you're, I want to say, going to be dealing with, because it feels like whatever you got going on right here, right now, no, that's not the main thing. So, Tarot Illuminati, let's see what we can get on bad health. Temperance, yeah. Sag energy here. Maybe you're dealing with one, I don't know. Sagittarius. temperance rather, is about balance and patience and healing. Yeah, rescue yourself is what I want to say. Wake your own ass up. You already know. You already know. Especially when you get in these hard situations, the only thing you ever need to do is look inside. And the card that we get out under occupation is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is calling for you to do something different, to do something real for yourself, I want to say. Like, you've got to put work into this, whatever this is. Yeah, I think you've been stuck in a place of despair. And the whole idea here is you've not been doing the work because you've been hung up on needing to change your environment, needing to see things differently, to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Hashtag Kenny Rogers, R.I.P. Yeah, this is about knowing when to do and say and to when to just not. And not just that, but to when to go in a different direction. The Hanged Man in the reverse is a need for a new perspective. Like, there is a lesson to be learned here. That is the perspective. And when you learn that and you lose your anger and despair over it, I really get the feeling that things are just going to kind of fall into place for you. The resistance will let up. When you get into this vibe right here, when you live here, that's when everything comes down like a cascade. Do that. Okay? Do that. Do that. I get this, like, intense self-doubt. You don't need that. That's a waste of room in your knapsack because you're the Fool, right? Like, we're starting, I want to say, yeah, like starting all the way over. If you're a rainbow snake shedding its skin, like, I'm losing everything but my positivity here. This is about getting back to roots. We've got the Chariot. Cancerian energy. So on the board we've got Cancer, Sag, and Pisces. The Chariot is upright. Maybe something happened during Cancer season that put you in a bad way. Knight of Cups in the reverse. I really get this whole idea of just working on tuning this whole energy out, right? This whole ingenuine, charming, fickle, like, here 1 minute, gone the next type shit. Just sneak away. Seven of Swords energy. You don't have to make this grand exit or anything like that. Just leave it alone. Like, work towards real things. Don't put your effort, time, and energy into false crap that just sounds good. Leave that shit alone. Every time the Chariot card, every time I say, I'm literally hearing the theme song from the Jeffersons right now. Moving on up. Yes, you are. And you're doing it by coming back into alignment, which almost has like a past timeline idea to it. I don't know, there's a need here to see things for what they really are and to go towards what's real. Cut through the facade, right? The charm, the bullshit. Because there's a need for a new perspective here. And when you do that, you will come into alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. But it takes finding that childlike joy and manifesting from a really great place for this all to fall in. There's a call here for you. It's too much shit. There's a call here for you. Alright. Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Page of Wands with the Empress reversed on the bottom is the overall energy. Queen of Cups is typically Cancer, can also be Pisces, Scorpio, with the High Priestess, which is Cancer and Pisces, and the Page of Wands. So this is like literally moving from like heart-centered inspiration and not necessarily telling anybody about it, right? Like I said, this is not a situation that requires like a public announcement for your grand exit. Just go the fuck on about your business. It doesn't matter. Just go. Like literally, you've got the Page of Wands in the reverse over here with the star. I'm just saying underneath that, and it's like you have this tendency to let this false shit, right? Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is like your Don Juan with the Princess of Wands. This is the spoiled brat card or bad news. It's like letting a false person's bad idea of you or perception of you, just completely fuck you up. What are you doing? Empress reverse. This is Venus. It's Taurus and Libra. I also see this as Cancer because she's usually pregnant. She's a mother, right? How the hell you let a Page of Wands reverse? Like, who the fuck is this? You let them just completely put you on your head? No, ma'am. No, sir. Hell to the no. This is about a need for trusting that inner knowing, leading from the heart, and literally taking bad news and using it for good. Okay? This is not necessarily easy energy, but what I see here is a will and a determination to move towards wherever the hell it is you're supposed to be. But you need a new perspective. Don't make any move out of spite. Don't do that, because that's not genuine. And I really kind of want to tell you here to just be quiet about whatever it is that you're going to be doing. Be quiet. If for no other reason than because you can always trust that you don't know an entire situation. You don't know everybody's perception of it. And you're never so rich, excuse me, as to not be able to benefit from another person's perspective. So, God bless. Good luck.